Hello guys and welcome back to my channel for another episode of this Pentagon challenge. Things are heating up in Brazil and we have a massive challenge today as we take on last season's champions. We are taking on Flamengo at home. We are the favourites somehow. The league has been going fantastically well. We are flying in the Copa Sudamericana. Let's dive into it and I can catch you up on what you guys have missed. So guys, I'm going to start off on the home screen. I think this is probably the easiest way to sort of update you guys with everything. As you can see, in terms of the league, we took the league top spot ages ago and we have kept it ever since. We are still at the top of the league. We've had a really nice return of games, 19 games played. Actually, let me expand the table. 19 games played, as you can see, three draws, one loss. We've won the rest. Scored a very impressive 53 goals and conceded just 14. Only one team to do better than that in terms of defensive, and that is Grêmio. And then obviously today's opponents, Flamengo, have only conceded 14 as well, but they've not scored anywhere near as many as we have. Things are still tight at the top. Palmeiras and Grêmio are keeping hot on my heels. Grêmio are 4 points adrift, having played the same amount of games. Palmeiras 4 points adrift with that game in hand. It is interesting because I'd rather have the points on the board. But yeah, having the game in hand is not too bad. Palmeiras also seem to be basically equaling me all the way through, winning every single game. In terms of everything else, though, Dewey Santos is still the top goal scorer. However, I've just had to have a bid accepted for him. I can't remember who by. Transfer bid is Sassuolo. They've met his minimum fee release clause, so the club's top goal scorer may well be disappearing very soon. Nico Lopez is coming in at the highest average rating, and then Sydney is chipping in with his 16 assists. This guy is playing out of his skin. 12 goals, 16 assists in his 34 games so far this season. He has been nothing short of spectacular, and he's now developed the consistent performer trait, which is which is fantastic. He arrives late in the area and that is how he scores a decent amount of his goals. So I will jump over to the schedule, guys, so I can update you on what you've missed since you were last with me. Last episode, you would have seen us absolutely pummel the league's bottom side 6-0 in league action. Since then, as you can tell, things have been going very, very well. We drew 1-1 with Corinthians as well, and that's the only point we've dropped ever since. In the Copa Sudamericana second round, first leg or whatever it was, we played this team from Bolivia who I called out last time. Obviously we've got some scouting information on them now because we played them. Pretty comprehensive, 11-1 on aggregate, and we fully rotated the team because of the competition. And the fact that we were against the Bolivian side. If we'd have come up against an Argentinian side, we probably wouldn't have fully rotated in the way that we did. But we managed to secure our passage through into the next round. If we go into the quarterfinals then, we are taking on Sao Paulo. So now is the time to take this competition seriously. We are taking on Sao Paulo. And then I believe if we get through, we are taking on the winner of Newell's Old Boys and Deportivo Cali in the semi-finals. Yes, we are. So now, as I said, it is time to take the competition seriously. There are 8 teams left in it, 5 of which are Brazilian. We are the best team out of all of these in Brazil. Obviously, you never know what Newell's Old Boys, Deportivo Cali or Independiente are like, but we shall only see into the next round. We do have those games coming up, guys, but the main priority for me is the Serie A, so that is the fixtures that we will see. Hopefully, we get through past Sao Paulo. Yeah, hopefully we get through past Sao Paulo and you guys can see a later round. Maybe the semi-finals I can bring you back for or something like that, should we make it there. But the matter in hand today is the game against Flamengo. And before we get into that, I have to reintroduce you guys to a familiar face. So this is the starting team. Pretty solid, as I said. Dewey Santos is probably going to be leaving us. However, look who I managed to pick up on loan from Arsenal. We've managed to bring in Koa, obviously branded as the next Neymar. We brought him in on loan. I saw he was languishing in the Arsenal team and not really getting any game time, and his physicals look great. Technically, he's getting better. He's still not fantastic, but he is getting better. He is only 19 years of age, remember. He's valued at 24.5 million. He's on 56k a week, which we're not paying all of, but he's come back. 1 goal in 2 appearances for us, and now he's got injured. So hoping that he can kind of kick on from here and still get some good game time in for us this season. If we go into his information, I am still part of his favoured personnel. And unfortunately, I don't think he is the next Neymar anymore. He's just a wonder kid. He is no longer touted as the next Neymar, which is very, very interesting. But yeah, I thought I'd bring that to your attention, guys, that Koa is back in this save. He's back with us. He is back by my side. So fingers crossed we can keep him fit once he returns from injury. Anyway, we will move forward into this game against Flamengo. They are the best team in the world. In the world? Probably not. They were the best team in Brazil last year. This is the team. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap Lucas Gomez for Coe Santos. As a bid has come in for him, we can't risk having him distracted, especially in a game of this magnitude. So this is the team. Ivan in goal. Cadu, Veremoso, Evandro. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about this. We pulled in Wendell. His contract was up. Was it? Was his contract up? I can't remember now. We've gone through this for so much. His contract wasn't up at Bayern Leverkusen, but he was transfer listed. That is it. And we paid 3.4 million for him. I think it's a steal. I know he's relatively old at 32 years of age, but in the Brazilian division, he's been pretty good. 8.2 in the Copa Sudamericana, 6.7 in the 3 Serie A games that we've played so far. But, you know, it's definitely an option. And it's because Jonathan has left, hasn't he? I can't remember. This is all going on. Right, let's just do a full transfer update, guys. I can't really remember. Cadu's trying to leave as well. We've got lots going on. Anyway, if we go into the transfer history, yes, Jonathan has gone to Real Sociedad. He was putting in some fantastic performances and now has unfortunately left us and is plying his trade over in Europe. So obviously when the option to sell Jonathan for a potential 7.5 million came up, we did it and replaced him with Wendell. Obviously he is older, but only valued at 3.4 million. I think we've done a good bit of business there. I don't think we've got any weaker at the left back spot. But yeah, I think our business has been pretty good. And then obviously Koa coming in as well. So right, let's get back into the team, shall we? This is the team. As I said, I ran through the defense. Ivoni has been playing very, very well for us recently, alongside Mateus Jesus, Blanco, Sydney, and Nico Lopez are the 3 behind the striker, and Gomez is the man up top. We do have some slight issues. Diego's suspended, Kevin's suspended, Koa's injured, obviously, and Victor Guzman is currently away representing Mexico on international duty. So we are down a couple of players in the central midfield spots. But as I said, Ivoni in recent games has been doing very, very well. He's had a lot of substitute appearances, but he's got 12 goals and 9 assists in all his games. Don't get me wrong, a lot of them have come in the Copa Sudamericana against weaker opposition. But I think he's doing pretty well nonetheless. We will submit this team. We will take on the best team in Brazil as of last season. And fingers crossed we can get a good result against them. We are at home. So fingers crossed, as I said, we can get a positive result. The recent form standings have Flamengo in first place while we're in second. Interesting. No, I'm going to go down the media route again. The media route seems to work quite well for me when I do pull it out. Usually we do say to the boys, you know, you are the team at home. This is your opportunity. We are in the green and white and they are in the white and blue, as is tradition over in Brazil. This is an opportunity for us to extend things over Palmeiras. Obviously, Flamengo were last season's champions. They have the joint best defense in the league, or one of the joint best defenses in the league. As you can see, 20 minutes in so far, no opportunities as of yet. Cadu with this long throw, though. Can Gomez get his head on it? He does, and heads it over the crossbar. Early opportunity. Well, not that early an opportunity, but we start with the goalkeeper here. Veremoso already on a booking inside 20 minutes. Into Cadu, the right back. Driving infield. Into Blanco, the wonder kid on our right-hand side. Here he comes, the Uruguayan. Still driving. Hits a shot with his left. His left isn't great, I must admit. His left foot isn't great, and he bends that one just wide of the just wide of the post. Throw in for Flamengo then. They work it nicely into the middle. João Paulo on the ball. Nico Lopez robs it from him. Here comes Gomez. He's got options to his left if he sees them. He doesn't, gets tackled, but it falls into the path of Blanco. Blanco's advancing into the penalty area. Here comes Blanco. He goes down. That's a good tackle. The guy wins the ball. We go again. We recycle the play into Kadu, the right back, sorry. Ivoni's there looking for it. He's got Kadu beyond him. Gives it to him. Cross comes over. Gomez, Blanco. Ball's in the back of the net. Blanco does nail it home, but Kadu is just flagged offside on this right-hand side. Half an hour gone. I think we've been the better side, but Flamengo's defence seeming difficult to break through. Header over there from Velimoso. We are having a lot of success down this right-hand side early doors. Just before the first half then, keeping Flamengo without having a shot yet. We are the better side. The XG story is telling that, despite the fact that we're not actually having good opportunities. 5 shots, 5 off target. It's not great. We need to start hitting that target. However, taking points away from Flamengo is nothing to be sniffed at. I may look at making a change here, taking off Sydney, bringing on moving Ivoni up into that central attacking midfield spot. We also will, let's have a look at things here. We will bring on Cue Santos. We need a central midfielder. So Ivoni's going to go into the advanced playmaker role. And then let's bring on Gabriel to play the central midfield role, the deep line playmaker role. Diego Blanco's having a little bit of a stinker as well. Let's bring on Simon and see if we can turn this tide and get that all-important goal. Hopefully, Ivoni was playing pretty well. Hopefully, he can have a little bit of a creative spark. Corner. Oh, that was close. Corner for Flamengo, headed just over the crossbar. Was a real close opportunity. Here comes Flamengo again. Long throw into the area. Evandro gets it clear. Here comes Ivoni. Out to Cue Santos on this left-hand side. Driving into the penalty area. He needs some options here, doesn't he? Goes greedy, hits it straight at the goalkeeper on the near post. The goalkeeper's going to gobble those down all day long. And we move forward into the final 10 minutes. Let's see if we can try and play a little bit more direct. And we will go for a slightly more attacking final 10 to try and break them down. Corner, Evander, headed. Great save from Ivan. This is going to be our first loss in a long time, isn't it? I bring you back for taking on the champions. They've looked dangerous from the corners. And it looks like it's going to be the one here. We're going to pump the ball long. We're going to try and get something back out of this game. Another corner. Evander with the delivery. Oof, they go close again. A lot of players have not turned up today. A lot of players that have really had good things said about them. Thrown in long to Simon. We're going to have this ball here. Gabriel, Wendell hits it wide. Jesus brings it down into the penalty area. Can we get a ball across the area? Nico Lopez with a double shot. It gets blocked. Simon, oh, he's not going to get there. That is a waste in the end. And we, unfortunately, suffer defeat at home against Flamengo, the best team in Brazil last season. Evander, from the set pieces, really did teach us a lesson. He looks like a very good player, very good set piece taking by the looks of things. And unfortunately, Rolim's goal, the new gen, was the one that managed to do the damage. We go into the dressing room. I'm going to say unlucky. We were the better team, we just couldn't score. It was one of those good defenses against good defenses. So that does mean we drop points. That does mean Palmeiras can overtake us with their 2 games in hand now. Disappointing, guys. Disappointing. We advance anyway. Obviously, we're looking at loads of players. Let's move our way through this. Santos fall to late defeat. It is a shame. Diego Blanco and Evandro, both jaded, could do with a rest. Let's see what happens to the fixtures, to the rest of the table then. Internacional draw. Late draw as well. Atletico Paranaense win against Nautico. Okay, guys, so that is the state of the table. We are still top currently. We do have a 4-point lead, but Palmeiras, as I mentioned, have 2 games in hand. Grêmio also game in hand, which would pull them just 1 point behind us. If we jump into the schedule then, guys, what I'm going to do is, that is a very frustrating draw, very frustrating loss, sorry, to kick off August. I'm going to carry on playing this save offline. You guys have been commenting that you've been enjoying the fact that I've been kind of trying to speed it up a little bit. So I will continue in that same vein. We will play the Copa Sudamericana quarterfinals. Hopefully we get through, and I'd like to bring you back either for one of the cup semi-finals, or maybe one of these games in October. Maybe Chapecoense is a team that we've not played on camera as of yet. So hopefully we'll bring you back sort of in and around that time in October. If you have enjoyed today's episode, guys, and you are enjoying the series, don't forget to drop a like on it down below and subscribe to my channel for daily Football Manager content. I'll be back on Monday with another episode of this series at 5 PM UK. Hopefully I'll catch you guys there.